everyone, this is Chani and today we have Rajeev Khandelwal and our very own Bond girl Caterina Murino with us. So let's have a quick chat with them for their upcoming release, Fever.
Hi Chani.
Hi Rajeev.
Hello, hi.
So Rajeev, generally we say 2 is a company, 3 is a crowd, but I'm sure you are going to differ with us in this since you will be romancing more than one actresses in this movie. So what's your take on this?
3 was my world actually in Switzerland. It wasn't crowd, it was my world. It was a brilliant experience, and it's not just about 3 women, and I really enjoyed it because there were 3 women. I was in the company of 3 very talented, very special women. Gauhar, of course, we all know, she's very bold and she has her own mind, she speaks her own mind and she has her own opinion. Gemma and Caterina, people who are not from India, but more Indian than anyone could be, because they were with the Indian unit, and how they gelled, it was just like one of the team members, except the fact that they did not speak Hindi. Otherwise, everything was brilliant. I think I spent more time off the set with Gemma and Caterina. We could go out and we could sit and we could chat, we could pull each other's leg, we could crack jokes on each other. It was wonderful, it was beautiful, it just looked like the world has become shrunk and become a small place. There's no boundaries, and we really had a good time.
So you enjoyed it? It was a gala time.
I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Why you won't, of course. You had 3 gorgeous ladies besides.
Yeah, men will think that, wow, they envy me. They have all the reasons to envy me.
Yeah, definitely. After your choices like Amir, then table number 21, and now this, should we say that you're trying out different genres? Purposely?
No, I don't do anything on purpose. I have no game plan. Most of the people think that he has a game plan, he thinks a lot and he's a very thoughtful actor. No, I am not. I go purely with my instincts. I just do things where my heart says, go for it, and I go for it. So be it Amir, Shaitan, soundtrack, table number 21, all these films are films which have a lot of content. They are like films which have a storyline, they have content. They're just not our typical Hindi films where you just dance around the trees. And I'm there with the wonderful films. I mean, you need to be really talented to pull off those kind of films as well. But what appeals more to me are films which have a universal appeal. So if you show Shaitan or if you show Amir to maybe Caterina or somebody else from any part of the world, they can still relate to it. It's a human story. They're all human stories. This one also, Fever, if you show it to someone in Africa, you show it to someone in Australia or Germany, they will all understand the story. They will all relate to it. This is not like hardcore Indian Hindi kind of a film or Hindi kind of dialogues or content. So I think what appeals to me more is what I pick, and what I end up picking is Amir, Shaitan, soundtracks and Fever.
Caterina, what made you choose Fever as your Bollywood debut? I mean, it's not a normal Bollywood movie, with all the song sequences, huge dialogues. So why this?
Of course, I don't have all the thousand of requests by Bollywood. I had one after Bond movie, and unfortunately it didn't happen. But also that one was not the typical Bollywood movie, with the dance and your classical culture. I have to say that I have to be realistic that I don't speak Hindi, so that's going to be very complicated for me to be part of the real Bollywood world. And then I think that the Fever was the perfect choice for me, and of course Rajeev chose me, it's not the other side way. And then it was absolutely perfect because Fever, I think and I believe that it can be the first stone for the new path, because we don't know, unfortunately. We know about Bollywood, it's a huge industry, but unfortunately, like he was saying before, Rajeev was saying before, that you are more conservative. So you're with stories that concern more about India and very, very complicated to be exported outside India. And I think the Fever, it can show that also Indian talents, they can work in Europe, and we can exchange culture between European talents and indie films. So I think that Fever can really open this new path, and for me it was absolutely a great experience to work with all the Indian crew and of course with incredible Rajeev.
Are you aware that there is another Caterina in our Bollywood?
Yes, I know. It's not Murino, but I know it's another Caterina, yes.
So, Rajeev, this is a new genre, like thrillers, and considering its association, there might be issues with censor board, especially now the way they they are becoming stricter day by day. So is it affecting you as such?
Absolutely not. The film has got the censor certificate without any cuts.
Okay, so you are
Went to the
happy.
censor boards and yeah, they were very happy, and they came out and they told the producer that they really liked the film. It's a fantastic film. So even the censor guys were kind of impressed.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And then even nowadays movies are getting leaked online.
Yeah.
We have some instances in the past.
Yeah.
So is it bothering you?
Yeah, that of course is an area of concern. Who would want their film to get leaked before the release? And
Yeah, I mean, if Kabali, it's getting
no,
leaked.
I can only appeal to people who watch those films. Not the people, not the perpetrators of crime. I would actually request people who watch those films online or watch those films on DVDs. I just request them to be with us. You just take away our years of effort, not just of one person, but maybe a crew of 100 people. Their families run on the film, their families run on are also dependent on the success of the film. So you just take it away. The moment you watch it, you just take it away. So if you can't afford to watch a film in the theaters, give it some time. It comes on television. Just be a little patient, but don't kill the film by watching it online or on pirated DVDs.
So why Fever? Like, what is the connection between the title and the story?
What is fever? Fever is what? Fever is the angst within.
Yeah.
It's the rage within. Julia Roberts had said, fever is the expression of inner rage.
Okay.
It's a very philosophical way of defining a fever. So andar ki aag, is what fever is, and that is what the film actually speaks about. I mean, that's the underlying tone.
The only thing we can say that watching Fever, you got a fever. You're gonna have, all your heart and, it's beating very, very fast, like you get a fever.
That's
so
a good statement.
That is the reality. I just watched it last night and I can tell you that. I was, paralyzed on my chair, really enjoyed.
So Caterina, you have worked in Hollywood, you have worked with Bollywood also now. What is the difference that you find in, the way the movies are made there and here?
I am very lucky because in my career I keep on going and change countries all the time. So I did in Hollywood, I work all over the place in America and in Europe, in China and in here. And I don't, when we start to act, when the camera is on and the director say action and I have in front of me an actor and he has no limit, there is no barrier, there is no country, there is nothing like that. It's just a human being with another human being trying to express the emotions and trying to give life to words on the paper. And I believe and I see in my experience that, there's only this. There's nothing different. So maybe the production can be different about how big is the budget. So of course they can help you, known as an actor, because it doesn't matter the budget is. When you give emotions, they are always the same. It's about the environment. They can be a better movie, but doesn't make also this. I think the best is a good script, but I think I didn't see any difference between Bollywood, Hollywood, European, or Chinese, or whatever movie is.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yes.
Rajeev, Bollywood talks about romancing Priyanka, Deepika. You went a step further. You are romancing a Bond girl. Like, how does it feel?
He looks like Bond in the movie.
Well, I couldn't have asked for anything better.
Exactly. Like, currently you are the talk of the town.
Yeah, Rajeev Khandelwal romancing. Rajeev Khandelwal romancing Bond girl?
Girl.
Yes, Rajeev Khandelwal, because you waited for so long. All of you wanted me to romance somebody on screen. Most of the people used to ask me that, Rajeev, we want to see you with women on
So you
on
gave
screen.
us 3 at a time.
Yeah, I said, okay, I'm going to make up for all
all
those
of
years
them.
when you missed a woman with me on screen. Here we have 3 gorgeous women.
Also, Rajeev, there were speculations that, this movie is somewhat similar to what Vivek Oberoi did in Prince.
I like all the comparisons to people were talking about James Bond, Jason Bourne, Prince of all the films in the world. And we said, all right, please keep comparing it to any film, but the fact is, it is not even remotely close to any of these films. I'm talking about remotely.
My mother, she's a huge fan of cinema. And she goes to sleep at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning watching movies. We have a channel where you can get all the movies around the world. And I said last night to my mother the story, and I say, Mama, okay, come on, which movie you saw like that? oh, wow, okay. This, no. December, no. Bond, of course not. Taken with Liam Neeson, no. She said maybe probably one with Johnny Depp. I'm not going to tell you more.
Okay.
But probably, but it's not like that. So I'm sorry, guys. This had nothing to do. And I read all their fan critics. They can be like. You didn't get it. You're very, very, very far away from all your critics. Very far away.
I'll be in for a surprise because it has got nothing to do with any film. It's a very original script.
They're not going to understand anything from a movie, so we never get it.
Caterina, would you prefer doing Big Boss in India, considering how popular it is with us?
You know, I see this job not to be popular. That's you know, of course you don't know my career. I started this career a long time ago, and I used to present a television program about cinema, and I was dancer in Italy. In a television program, and I ran away for all this. I was the first one dancer that escaped from that program because for me it was not what I was looking for. So I started to work in a theater, in a small theater in Milan, and I always loved to choose the hard way, and not the simple way. And I always choose not to be famous, but to do a good job. To work hard for any script. So one doesn't remove the second one, but you know, to be popular, to be in the house for 3 months and you know, watching people when I take a shower or I do stupid things, it's not the kind of life I would love to live, especially when I go out, because the people, especially today with all the media, they really go into your life, and I'm very secret about my private life.
Okay.
So I want the people to know Caterina Murino as an actress, and they can of course say she's a good actress or she's a bad actress, but at least they can judge for what I try to give on the screen and not for the person I am.
Nice. Rajeev, coming to television, from where you started your journey, you did Reporters. So is Reporter 2 anywhere in the pipeline?
No, Reporters 2 is not in the pipeline. Nothing on television is in the pipeline for me as of now. Sadly, nothing very exciting was offered to me in the last, since Reporters. So whatever was offered to me was in finite series, and I cannot do
Yeah, exactly,
series.
because nowadays, you know, TV has a trend of coming up with finite series.
Yeah, but then sadly, no finite series has been offered to me of some, say, I mean, nothing exciting has been offered to me. They were all okay stuff. So something, and I mean, I would want to break new grounds on television each time I come to television. So I'm just hoping somebody comes up with an exciting concept, and I would be more than happy to come on television and connect with the television audience.
Nice. So it's a little personal question. Shahid Kapoor, you know, just broke millions of hearts last year when he got married. So do you have the same plans yet? Because I'm sure whenever you announce the big day for you, millions of hearts will be shattered again.
Charlie just shattered my heart. Because I got married 5 years back.
No.
Yeah.
No?
So many people come and think that I'm been married for 5 years.
But you don't make it so obvious.
Because my wife doesn't come on screen. I'm not.
That's how I always keep on saying. The only bad things, yeah, this guy is married.
No, but forget about that. It's just that I do not.
I was happy till today, considering that
You're not the only one, girl. You know, step back. There's someone else ticket before you.
No, but
there must be millions of us.
It doesn't. She's not very. She doesn't like coming in front of the media. She's a little media shy, and I respect her privacy. I don't carry her with me.
She exists. She exists.
Yeah, she does.
Exists. Yeah, no, it's just a question.
Yeah, she does, but she doesn't like. You know, she doesn't like coming out.
I hope to meet her tonight.
Of course, we'll meet her tonight. But then she doesn't really like tonight. Of course, she'll come out, but. She doesn't like going for events where the press is there for some reason, because you know she has a very valid point. She always says, I can take a cab, I can take an auto rickshaw, I can go walking down the road if I'm myself. You know, the moment say I start thinking I'm Rajeev's wife, I will not be able to do things which normal girls do. Yeah. Anyway, so
she'll be captured everywhere. She'll
be conscious. You know, like we are captives of our own mind. You know, as actors. Oh, I can't do this, I can't go out. Why can't you do it? Do it. I try and do things at times, but then a lot of people don't get to do it because somewhere you are in your own head you calculate.
The Queen Elizabeth went in a pub to take a beer and have sausage with her husband, the Queen Elizabeth, and you know Kate Middleton is going everywhere with us. So I think we can manage.
But we end up doing that thinking in our head. But then, sorry, come back to your question. I've been married 5 years back. Since 5 years, sorry.
So it's a good thing, but sad at the same time. Caterina, what's next after Fever? Do you have any other projects?
Oh, I have a lot that is coming out, a lot is coming too. I just finished one, but you know, for now it's just Fever.